Omar Linares was born on January 29, 1967, in the vibrant city of Santiago de Cuba, one of the country's most important centers of baseball culture. From a young age, Linares exhibited exceptional athletic ability. Growing up in a family that supported his interests, he quickly developed a deep passion for baseball, a sport that would later define his life. His journey into baseball began in the local youth leagues, where he quickly became known for his natural talent and extraordinary potential as a player. Raised in a community where baseball was more than just a game, Linares' path to greatness was almost inevitable. As a child, he was captivated by the legendary figures who had come before him, and it was clear that his talent would push him to the top of Cuban baseball. He joined various local youth teams and impressed coaches with his sharp baseball instincts, swift reflexes, and a powerful bat. It wasn't long before his skills caught the eye of the scouts in Santiago de Cuba, and at the age of 16, Linares entered the youth national baseball system. His early success was marked by his smooth-hitting mechanics and uncanny ability to connect with the ball. His natural talent was complemented by an intense work ethic and focus, which made him a standout player in the youth leagues. By the time he was in his late teens, Linares had already joined the prestigious Santiago de Cuba team, a top-tier squad in the Cuban National Series, Serie Nacional, the country's premier baseball league. It was here that he began to develop into a star player, laying the foundation for a legendary career. Peak of career. Dominance in Cuban baseball. Linares' professional career in the Cuban National Series began in 1985, and it didn't take long for him to make an impact. His combination of power, batting skills, and overall baseball IQ set him apart from his peers, earning him a reputation as one of the most feared hitters in Cuban baseball. Over the course of his career, Linares became known for his ability to hit for both average and power, consistently leading the league in several key offensive categories. Linares was a versatile player who could bat for average, drive in runs, and provide power. His left-handed swing was clean and smooth, and he had the rare ability to hit to all fields, making him a difficult out for pitchers. He became the face of the Santiago de Cuba team and a key figure in the Cuban National Series. In the late 1980s and throughout the 1990s, Linares helped lead the Santiago team to multiple championships, including an impressive string of titles in the early part of the decade. One of the most defining moments of his peak came in the 1992 Cuban National Series. Linares had one of the most dominant individual seasons in league history, leading the league in nearly every offensive category. His power bat and clutch hitting were critical to his team's success, and he was named the league's most valuable player, MVP, for his outstanding performance. This season firmly cemented his place among the greatest players in Cuban baseball history. Beyond his individual accomplishments, Linares was a key member of the Cuban national team during this time. His contributions to the team in international competitions were invaluable. As a representative of Cuba in multiple Baseball World Cups, Pan American Games, and Olympic events, Linares showcased his talents on the global stage. In 1992, he played a crucial role in Cuba's gold medal victory at the Barcelona Olympics, further solidifying his reputation as one of the top players in the world. His performances in these international tournaments helped solidify Cuba's dominance in baseball during the 1990s. Linares' career in the Cuban National Series reached its peak in the mid-1990s, when he was consistently regarded as the best hitter in the league. He won multiple batting titles and set numerous records during this period, including one of the highest career batting averages in Cuban baseball history. His offensive consistency, combined with his leadership on the field, made him a fan favorite and a feared opponent for pitchers across the league. Main achievements. Omar Linares' career is marked by a series of extraordinary achievements that set him apart as one of the greatest Cuban baseball players of all time. His skill set, leadership, and success both in Cuba and on the international stage have made him a legend in the sport. Some of his most notable achievements include Cuban National Series championships. Linares played a critical role in leading Santiago de Cuba to several Cuban National Series titles during the late 1980s and early 1990s. His contributions on the field, particularly in the postseason, were crucial to his team's success. His consistency at the plate helped solidify his team's status as one of the premier teams in Cuba. MVP awards. Linares was a dominant force in the Cuban national series, earning multiple MVP awards throughout his career. His consistency in hitting for both average and power made him the centerpiece of the Santiago de Cuba team and a perennial contender for this honor. His 1992 season, where he dominated offensively, remains one of the most remarkable seasons in Cuban baseball history. Olympic gold medal, 1992. One of Linares' most significant achievements came at the 1992 Barcelona Olympics, where he helped lead the Cuban national team to a gold medal. His clutch performances and ability to deliver under pressure were pivotal in securing Cuba's place at the top of international baseball. World Cup and Pan American Games gold medals. Throughout his career, Linares represented Cuba in several international tournaments, including the Baseball World Cup and the Pan American Games. He was part of the Cuban teams that won multiple World Cup titles and gold medals in the Pan American Games, further cementing his status as one of the best baseball players of his generation. Batting titles. Linares won numerous batting titles during his career, consistently ranking among the best hitters in the Cuban National Series. His impressive career batting average, combined with his power numbers, made him one of the most dangerous hitters in Cuban baseball history. International recognition. Linares was consistently regarded as one of the best hitters in the world, earning international recognition for his skills. His performances in international tournaments, particularly in the 1990s, made him a global baseball star and earned him respect from players and fans worldwide. Longevity and consistency. Linares' career spanned over 2 decades, a remarkable feat in a sport where athletes often face physical challenges. His longevity and ability to maintain a high level of performance throughout his career were key to his sustained success. Last years of life and legacy. After a remarkable career that spanned more than 2 decades, Omar Linares began to wind down his playing career in the early 2000s. By then, his contributions to Cuban baseball had already earned him a legendary status. His final years as an active player were spent with the Santiago de Cuba team, where he continued to mentor younger players and contribute to the team's success. His performances remained solid, but injuries and the passage of time eventually led to his decision to retire in the mid-2000s. Even after his retirement from active play, Linares' influence on Cuban baseball remained profound. He transitioned into a coaching role, using his wealth of experience to train the next generation of Cuban players. His leadership, knowledge of the game, and ability to teach the fundamentals of hitting made him a valuable asset to the Cuban baseball system. Linares remained involved in the sport for many years, helping to develop young talent and ensuring the continued success of Cuba's baseball programs. Linares' impact on Cuban baseball extends far beyond his playing career. He is regarded as one of the greatest players in the history of the sport. A true icon in Cuban baseball. His legendary status was solidified not only by his individual achievements, but also by his role in the success of Cuban baseball on the international stage. Legacy. Omar Linares' legacy is one of greatness, dominance, and consistency. His skill set, leadership, and ability to perform under pressure made him one of the best players in the history of Cuban baseball. Linares remains an inspiration to young players in Cuba and around the world, a symbol of the dedication, hard work, and passion required to succeed at the highest level. His place in the pantheon of baseball legends is secure, and his influence on the game will be felt for generations to come. Today, Linares is remembered not only for his baseball achievements, but also for his character and dedication to the sport. He is a national hero in Cuba and continues to be revered as one of the greatest athletes the country has ever produced.